You've been knocked down so many times you've lost count. Your hands are trembling, and every voice around you is whispering that it's time to quit. But here is the secret the world is hiding from you. The ancient ones didn't survive because they were lucky. They survived because they were unbreakable. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 8 brutal truths of ancient wisdom that will rebuild your foundation from the ground up. If you feel like you're in your darkest valley, listen closely, because your real story doesn't end here. It begins the moment you decide to stand up for the 8th time. Part 1. The greatest wars aren't fought on distant lands. They are fought in the quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts. Confucius said, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior." The enemy isn't the economy or your critics. It's the voice in your head saying you aren't enough. Master the mirror, and you master the world. Part 2. Pressure creates diamonds. Stop praying for the pressure to stop. That weight crushing you? It's not trying to destroy you. It's transforming you. Just as a blacksmith hammers the glowing steel to remove impurities, life is hammering you to forge a blade that can withstand any battle. You are carbon. The struggle is making you a diamond. Part 3. Time is your ally, not your enemy. We live in a world of instant results, but nature does not hurry. The bamboo tree spends 5 years growing roots underground before it shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks. You aren't behind in life. You are in your underground season. Trust the timing of your unfolding. Part 4. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work. We treat failure as a verdict, but the ancients treated it as a variable. Your failed business or relationship wasn't a waste of time. It was a data point. It was your education. Part 5. Ancient warriors wore their scars as badges of honor. Don't hide your pain. The divorce, the bankruptcy, the depression, these are your receipts of survival. A smooth tree in a protected valley snaps in a storm, but the gnarly, scarred tree on the mountain stays standing. Your scars prove you are qualified for greatness. Part 6. Silence your doubters by succeeding. The lion doesn't turn around when small dogs bark. Doubters speak from their own limitations, not yours. Don't argue. Don't explain. Work in the 4 a.m. darkness and let your results scream. Success is the only apology you owe your critics. Part 7. Rest is part of the fight. The warrior who never sheaths their sword eventually falls on it. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a strategic advantage. Even the earth needs a season of rest to become fertile again. If you don't choose your rest, your body will choose a breakdown for you. Unstring your bow so you can shoot further tomorrow. Part 8. The final step is the hardest. Victory lives exactly one step beyond where most people turn back. The 1,000th strike on a rock looks like it did nothing, but the 1,001st strike splits it in two. You are at strike 999. Do not walk away now. Part 9. To gain wisdom, you must first admit you know nothing. The samurai had a concept, shoshin, or the beginner's mind. Many of you are failing not because you lack strength, but because you are too full of your own ego. You think you've seen it all, so you've stopped learning. The moment you believe you are a master, you cease to be one. To survive the modern world, you must empty your cup. Be a student of your pain. Be a student of your enemies. Every person you meet and every obstacle you face is a teacher in disguise. If you approach life with an empty cup, the universe will fill it with power. Part 10. The Stoics had a brutal yet beautiful phrase, amor fati. It doesn't mean just accepting what happens, it means loving it. When the fire burns your house down, you don't just mourn the wood. You love the opportunity to build something better. When you are betrayed, You love the lesson and discernment. Most people spend their lives arguing with reality, wishing things were different. A warrior says, "This is exactly what I needed. If it's cold, be the fire. If it's dark, be the light." Stop fighting against your life and start using your life as fuel for your growth. Part 11. There is a part of you that you've been taught to hide. Your anger, your ambition, your aggression. But the ancients knew that a man who cannot be dangerous is not virtuous. He is merely harmless. Real strength is having a sword and keeping it sheathed. You must integrate your shadow. Don't suppress your drive to be the best. Use that dark energy to fuel your discipline when your light energy feels tired. A warrior is a person of peace, but he is never a person of weakness. Harness your inner beast and put it on a leash of discipline. Part 12. What if this was your last day? Memento mori, remember that you must die. This isn't morbid, it's the ultimate motivation. Most of you act as if you have 500 years to live. You procrastinate on your dreams because you think time is infinite. It's not. Death is standing in the corner of the room, watching the clock. Let that thought clarify your priorities. Suddenly, the fear of what people think of you vanishes. Suddenly, the too tired excuse feels pathetic. Live with the urgency of a man whose hair is on fire. Every second you waste is a second you are throwing back into the face of your ancestors who fought to give you this life. Part 13. Marcus Aurelius spoke of the inner citadel. It is a fortress inside your mind where no external event can reach. People can take your money. They can ruin your reputation. They can even imprison your body, but they cannot touch your character unless you let them. If your happiness depends on the weather, the stock market, or someone else's text message, you are a slave. Build your citadel through daily habits. Build it through cold showers, through hard workouts, through difficult books, and through silence. When the world outside goes into chaos, the warrior retreats into their inner fortress and finds total peace. Part 14. In an age of constant noise, solitude is your superpower. The great sages of the Himalayas and the monks of the desert didn't find God in a crowd. They found themselves in the silence. You are afraid to be alone because in the silence, you have to face the truth of who you are. But that confrontation is where the magic happens. You cannot hear the call of your destiny if you are constantly listening to the chatter of the world. Turn off the phone. Sit in the dark. Confront your demons. The man who is comfortable in his own company is the only man who is truly free. Part 15. Success is not a destination, it's a covenant. A sacred agreement you make with yourself to be 1% better every single day. The pyramids weren't built in a day. They were built one stone at a time, perfectly placed. Stop looking at the top of the mountain and start looking at your feet. Did you win today? Did you control your tongue? Did you push your limits? If you win the day, the years will take care of themselves. You don't need a miracle. You need consistency. You don't need luck. You need a code. Part 16. You come from a bloodline of survivors. That same resilience is encoded in your DNA. It's not over until you win, and you haven't won yet, which means you keep going. If you're ready to claim your victory, type, "I rise" every single time in the comments. Like this video if it stirred something in your soul, and subscribe to join this tribe of warriors. Your transformation has already begun. Now, take that next step. See you in the next one. The world is full of people who talk about what they will do. Be the person who shows what they have done. You have the wisdom of the age.